All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday night. It means Cageside Live is in your face. I'm Eddie Law. It's Alex Behunin, or as other people have done, just butcher his last name constantly on live everything. Although congratulations for getting your name out there, so that's great. I saw Luke and Ariel were throwing it out there, totally butchering your last name, but it's not like I didn't, so it kind of works out.
You got it, bro.
Yes, sir. So, UFC Vegas 61, or as we like to call it, the Facebook show, went down on Saturday. Solid card. I mean, they didn't allow any media in there. We'll talk about why in a second, but you got to watch it on the couch just like I did. What'd you think of the event as a whole?
It was okay. I mean, it was kind of like it just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like a show, and it makes perfect sense like why Zuckerberg chose that fight. Like it was like a very low reward kind of card. Not a whole lot of names. Like you got to be a hardcore fan to like really enjoy this card.
Mm.
So, yeah, man. But it was there were some highlights to it for sure.
Well, I was a little bummed out we didn't get to see Baby Shark in there with Jessica Panay. I honestly was looking, for what the card was. I was looking forward to that fight quite a bit.
So. Yeah, I was bummed for my friend Tabitha. She was she was bummed. I talked to her. She said hopefully she'll get booked here pretty quickly. But yeah, it was bummed because she's teammates with Mackenzie Dern and teammates with Julia Storolenko, which actually they both lost. So
yeah,
who knows? Maybe she would have caught an L too. Who knows?
Yeah, no, and I know Tabitha was out here in Arizona training with Demopolis for a little bit too. So I know they're buddies and everything too. And she put in a lot of work. So it sucks to go through all that camp and then last second, and Jessica Panay got sick. And I think they said what it was, but I can't remember.
Bronchitis.
There you go. And I was like, well, yeah, that would make you feel like shit. So yeah, I get it. Do you?
Yeah.
Anyway, quickly though, we'll talk about just really not the best fight, but the most consequential fight. Obviously, Mackenzie Dern losing it to Yan Xiaonan. What did you think? Did you think as soon as it hit the ground, it was over?
Kind of. Just because Mackenzie is so dangerous, but man, I am. I was super impressed of how.
Oh yeah.
How good Xiaonan's defense was, especially when it was. I guess was it the first round or it was the second round when. Mackenzie Dern had it was it an omoplata or whatever, her shoulder bent backwards. Like, dude, that was gnarly. And yeah, I was surprised that Yan Xiaonan got out of that. But man, I mean, just as a whole, I think Mackenzie Dern needs to switch something up. I see people saying like she's working too much on her hands and it's making her grappling, like her submission game. But I'm just like, I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just her wrestling. Like she can't get these girls to the ground, and she can pull guard all she wants, but like a smart fighter is not going to go down there and play with her, So I mean, I would personally like to see her go to like Team Elevation, go to an AKA. Alpha male, maybe even go to the American Top Team, like work with some high level wrestling.
Yeah.
Because once she adds that to her game, she'll be fucking dangerous. Dangerous because she has the power in her hands if she lands.
Mm-hmm.
She has the submission game. It's just her wrestling. Like she cannot get these girls down.
Yeah, no, her hands have improved tremendously, and just the time she's been with Perla out in LA. So I'm 100% on board with you. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, man, if she just had a good, like, violent double leg, or even the single leg, even as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, you're taught how to drag people down and everything. Like it's not hard. It was not impossible. But Xiaonan was ready for all that, and I was super impressed with her, man. She used her length. The jab was there, the front kicks, the body kick, everything was there, and she left, poor Dern looking like not as bad as JJ in that one fight, but she got a lumpy head for a little bit. So,
and I thought she beat Marina Rodriguez.
I did too.
So and like she could easily be right up there with the number one contenders. You know what I'm saying? So I think this fight is going to get her the Rose Namajunas fight.
Yeah.
I think she deserves it. I think, yeah, they could run that. I mean, as a main event fight night, they could
Mhm.
run it on a pay per view. Like, I think that should be next.
I'm right the way they do, 100%. Like that a win over Mackenzie Dern, the way, especially the way she did it, basically eliminating her ground game. It should get close to a title shot, if not a title shot. So I would love to see John Ambers versus Namajunas, and Namajunas will actually fight her, like that unfortunate fight against Carla, a few months ago.
And if Weili Zhang beats Carla, Yan Xiaonan beats Rose,
That would be so dope.
you set up that China versus China. Although Wei Li said that she doesn't want that fight just because she doesn't want to fight her country woman.
Yeah,
I mean, they could go to China and sell that fight.
dude, they can go to China and make that huge. Ooh, they could do Jan versus Rose and Carla versus Weili. Where's the Carla Weili fight happening? That's in New York.
New York.
Oh, okay. If they had a China card, a card in China coming up, like I would put both of those fights on that China card. Just give Rose and Carla, hey, here's some extra cash to go fly over there. Just this would make a big old event. That'd be huge if you really wanted to do that. But with the way the situation is unfolding in the world, that's be a little rough. All right. So that was UFC Vegas 61. Next UFC card we get is October 15th. So, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend you have to find something to do. Go outside or something. Do jiu-jitsu. There you go. Go hit up that jiu-jitsu class you've been holding off for years. Do that. Okay. I don't say that because I'm dragging two of my friends to jiu-jitsu this week. So yeah. I'm that guy, I guess. But the other card that went down, and Gabriel Gonzalez was there, but unfortunately he's not here tonight. He was there for Bellator 286. Off the bat, the Aaron Pico injury was just gnarly, but to me, it tells a lot about him because he was like, just pop it back in. Don't give a shit. They yank. I mean, you saw Gibson, right? Gibson was yanking on that, shoving it back in. First of all, I've had both my arms and shoulders dislocated, and I popped them back in football, right? And I thought he was fucking that up, but I don't know. Like the way I did it, they yanked my arm, and then I slammed it into a wall, and it popped back in, and it still hurts like shit, or hurt like shit, but is what it is. But they were yanking it, popping back in, and then I think it was the doctor that came in and said he had a broken clavicle, so that sucks. Does that, to you, take a little bit of the weight off the win for Jeremy Kennedy? Because he was hyped, and he in the post fight he was talking like he was moving on, like he wants Pedro Carvalho, which I'm not against that fight at all, but he was talking about like I want Pedro Carvalho next. I'm like, I'm almost sitting there going like, dude, no, this fight never ended. Like, figure this one out. What do you think?
I mean, a win's a win, right? And that's just what it comes down to. I mean, yeah, it sucks for Jeremy Kennedy because no one wants to win like that, obviously. Yeah. But a win's a win. I don't think the stock goes down on Pico because I do believe if Pico would have won, he would have fought Pitbull next.
Sure.
And I mean, I think they could run that Pico Kennedy fight again if they want, or they could do a Pico versus Borix fight, do a rematch, and if Pico beats Borix a rematch, then he gets Pitbull, because Pitbull was kind of already alluding to it in his post-fight interview. He was like, Pico injured his shoulder. I think like he already knew like that's who he was fighting next. So I mean, there's a lot of ways they could go with it. Yeah, so I don't know, man. There's a lot there. It's just another bump in the road for Aaron Pico. It just sucks because I know how hard he worked because I talked to him obviously, and he was so ready, and just for that to happen just sucks.
That was terrible. That's just shit luck. And he said it happened in the first punch he threw. So it's like, damn, dude, like that's just the worst. All right. And then the other fight on that card that I definitely thoroughly enjoyed, and it ruined every other fight for me on that card. Spike freaking Carlisle walking out. First of all, walking out to the Hulk Hogan theme song, that Real American or whatever they call it, and looking like the Hulk. I'm like, oh, we got a showman. This is great. Absolutely. Do that. I was all about it, dude. Then gets in there, and right away, just tries to kill AJ McKee, who, by the way, walked to the cage and did this shit and like whatever, he threw money out. But that was a wild fight, dude. I thoroughly enjoyed the hell out of that fight, and I don't say that a lot about. And no offense to any Bellator fighters or anything, but I've never said that before about a Bellator fight. That one had me like, yes, like this is pure mayhem, and I love it. What did you think of that fight?
Yeah, it was awesome. That fight was awesome.
That was awesome.
So fun. It was just, yeah. I mean, what more can you say? It was just madness from the start of the bell. And I guess the Bellator matchmakers knew what they were doing when they made this match.
Yeah.
I, for one, just shit on the matchmaking. Like, what you're gonna what this? But they shut me up.
Yeah.
But McKee looked really good at lightweight, and I think this is going to be his weight class from now on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think he could easily fight. I mean, I don't think he's going to get a title shot, but they announced that they're doing that lightweight Grand Prix next year, so he has a chance to be a double Grand Prix winner.
He has a big chance for that. And real quick, we got some comments here. What's up, SJ? Y'all look good. She looked amazing. That was great. And then, Mr. Kevin Nichols said, I recognize you for Twitter, my friend. I wonder if this is the first dislocation for Pico. If not, he may be heading for surgery. I really highly doubt it's the first one. He's a lifetime wrestler. If I pop mine out playing linebacker, he'd definitely pop his out wrestling multiple times for sure. I'm assuming. That's a good question. Next time you talk to him, Alex, how many times have you dislocated your shoulder? Because then we can get an answer here from Mr. Nicholson here, the PT. But maybe he's heading for surgery. Who knows? Like it's just we have multiple dislocations. Would definitely do that. I had multiple on mine, and I decided not to. And that was 15, 20 years ago, and now I'm 20 years ago. Now I'm 36, and both my shoulders are shot to shit. So I probably should have gotten surgery. But either way, I totally understand what Kevin here is saying. So hopefully he doesn't get surgery, either knee surgery. But if he does, what are you gonna do? But that's gonna keep him out for longer, maybe long enough to slide him in right away for a title shot. Never know. We've seen weirder shit happen. All right, so that's kind of all we had for talking about. Oh shit, Tank. What's up, Tank? Alex, I don't know if you know Tank. Tank is the most consistent the most consistent guy that hangs out on Keyboard Warriors on Friday nights. And this is his first comment every single time. He fully believes Marty is on the juice.
He's on the juice?
On the juice. Yeah, it's funny. Ooh, funny little fact that since we don't have a whole lot of things to talk about besides Zuckerberg and everything. We already talked about that actually, right? So whatever. Anyway, but Kamaru Usman's brother, Muhammad Usman, tough champ, all that. I didn't forget that he's a University of Arizona alum. He played football. He played D-line for Arizona. I forgot about that, but I knew it in the back of my head, but I forgot about it. And it turns out he played with my co-host on the Believe in Arizona Football podcast, Mr. Shaq Richardson. He played on there, so I'm gonna tell Shaq like, hey man, can you text your boy for me? He told me Shaq told me a dope story today. It's gonna be on the podcast. It comes out tomorrow. Believe in Arizona Football. If you're an Arizona football fan, highly doubt anyone here is other than me, but still. So Shaq, they were at in Tucson, Arizona, just in the whatever locker room. So there was an empty seat. Shaq went and sat down. Right. Turns out it was Usman's seat, and Usman's a big boy, and so he told Shaq to get off his seat, and Shaq's like, "Nah, I just sat down. Like, there's no one's names on it, whatever." So Usman walked behind him, put him in a headlock, and lifted him out of the seat with the headlock, and dragged him off the chair. And I just want to ask Muhammad about that. So, Mr. Usman, if you're on, hit me up. I want to talk about that because that was a hilarious story. But anyway, so that was fun. All right, switching gears quite rapidly. Eddie Alvarez is a free agent, and I can't for the life of me think anywhere that would not take him, but would pay for him. He's not a young guy who's going to take peanuts. UFC's not going to take him. Bellator maybe. I don't know if he wants to go backwards. But to me, all signs point to PFL. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that would make the most sense, and I bet you they do sign him. Although I would like to see him maybe go back to the UFC, take a couple legacy fights and then call it a career, kind of retire as a UFC fighter. But like, he's the underground king. He does what he does. He walks to the drum of his own beat. Is that how you say it? Or the beat to his own drum?
Walks to the beat of his own drum.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Bro, I don't know, bro. I'm tired. Go ahead.
So yeah, so I guess just retire as in another organization that you didn't come from probably makes the most sense. PFL has money; they can pay him, and just kind of do some fun fights. Or I mean, he can go over to Ryzen. But I think those are the only options. He's not going to Bellator.
No, you don't think so?
No, he's not going back there. It's burned too many bridges. So I think it's PFL, UFC, or bust. Maybe you can throw Ryzen in there, but that's it. If I were to throw some money down, it'd probably be PFL.
Gotcha. I mean I'd have to say PFL as well. I mean, other than I think it was Bellator just announced their 155 Grand Prix, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, unless he wants to take a crack at that, he's not going back to Bellator. So, and that's going to be a hard one to get. Like you said, there's a lot of burnt bridges in there. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, folks, that hasn't come out yet. But he burnt bridges big time. Not to mention all the shit he said publicly about Bellator. Just, so is what it is. So let's have a little fun here with not what ifs, but who. Because I was doing this the other day on Keyboard Warriors last Friday, and it was kind of a fun segment. Which fighter right now, with any promotion outside the UFC, do you think would do well in the UFC? Like, what's one name you'd be like, man, I wish he was fighting in the UFC?
So a fighter that's not in the UFC that would do good in the UFC?
That you would want to see in the UFC?
Man. I mean, I think the easy answer is probably Pitbull.
Yeah.
I think he would do really good in that featherweight division. I've been saying I think Cyborg should come back and fight Amanda Nunes. I think she would beat Amanda Nunes in the rematch. How about that?
Really?
Yep, I do. Who I would love Clay Collard to come back to the UFC.
Yeah.
Bruno Capoloza from the PFL come over to the UFC.
Ooh, that would be big.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
The problem is that would be big to me and you, and like all the casuals would be like, "Who the fuck?" Like, yeah, just watch.
Ray Cooper, I would love to see Ray Cooper in the UFC.
Ray Cooper.
And then just like McKee would be fun. Johnny Eblen would be fucking fire.
Shoot, the guy that beat freaking Gegard, that's hard to do.
Yeah, so. That's it. I think. Nemkov is an easy one too.
He is. It's just I wonder if like Dana looks at his style and goes, I don't know if I want that because he's good, but he's hard to watch. If you guys understand what I'm saying, like he's good, but he's hard to watch. I would love to see this version of Corey Anderson come back to the UFC. This version of Corey Anderson would be dope. And then Patricio Pitbull, obviously. Who was freaking Tank, stupid. Mike Perry. Laugh my ass off. Yeah. Mike Perry. Oh, by the way, did you see that video of Mike Perry getting into it with some dude in Russia?
Madman.
Folks, if you don't know about the country you're going to, please read something. Mike Perry called the guy the MFer. In other countries, that's not just like a thing you throw out. Okay? You're literally called that guy a person that F'd his own mom. Like, you're saying some shit. Like, you can't just throw that out there. Homeboy smacked him like twice. And Mike Perry like tried to throw stuff back. And then like a few seconds later, once he realized all these Russians are standing up out of the seats, he's like, hey, man, I didn't say that I was playing, or whatever he was saying. It was pretty freaking hilarious.
Tom Lee, Angela Lee, Christian Lee.
Angela Lee, that fight you just had.
Ooh, so fun.
Is it just me, or were they trying so hard to give her the win?
It seemed like it.
Because the other chick got mad in the post fight. She was pissed. She was like, they were trying to give her, they're all biased to, for Angela Lee. They want to see her win. They don't want to see me win. And I've never seen a fighter do that, especially through a translator.
Right.
And she was pissed. So that was wild. Angela Lee would be dope. She's not atomweight. She's a strawweight.
Strawweight and flyweight.
Hell yeah, bring her in. What the fuck? Like, that'd be dope. Esther says, I like seeing Mighty Mouse back in the UFC. Yeah, I wouldn't mind either, especially now that he's, sort of beatable, I guess. Like, you
I would
what?
like to see him fight like Figgy, but
Huh.
he's so much happier in one championship.
He's way happier.
He's respected over there. I mean, it might change because now UFC fans like the flyweight division, but I just feel like he's happier in one championship, and I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
No, I'm with you on that. What do you think of? Because I know you'll enjoy this. What do you think of Daniel Cormier being a guest referee for a WWE match? I just heard about this shit today.
I mean, he's probably so happy,
He's stoked.
and that makes me happy, man. I'm all for it. Go live your dreams. I know that he's been wanting to do that for a long time.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Brock Lesnar made an appearance.
I'll be pissed if he doesn't.
Yeah, right.
I'm seriously, I'm gonna watch it. I don't know when it's happening. I gotta find that out. But whenever I'm gonna find out when it happens, and I'm gonna watch it just for that reason. So if I'm sitting there watching Daniel Cormier ref, and Brock Lesnar doesn't just where they do that shit where their music drops out of nowhere and they walk out. If that shit don't happen, I'll be so irritated with it's not Basement Man. Who's running that show now?
Triple H.
Triple H is now okay. Hunter Hirsch. Fucking. I just dated myself from back in the day, bro. When I actually watched wrestling, bro, I used to be a mark for pro wrestling when I was a kid, and then
Me too.
Eddie Guerrero dies, dude, and it killed it for me. That was my favorite. He was my favorite wrestler, bro. Eddie Guerrero was the man. Like Latino, I lie, cheat, I steal, freaking all the skits they used to do, where they used to go to places, people's houses and like jack them when they were distracted. Was the best shit.
Yeah. So
rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. But after that, I stopped watching. I would watch The Rock. That's about it. But either way, Daniel Cormier, you're right. Stoked as shit to have this opportunity.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Kale Harrison in the UFC too. That'd be a tough weight cut. You know what I mean?
I would love to see it too.
Who do you put her in against? Let's say she goes, all right, I'm gonna make 145. I mean, the only fight there is Amanda Nunes, but
I've been saying it. I think a perfect introduction fight would be her versus Holly Holm.
Dude, you're gonna ruin that. Like Holly Holm finds a way to fuck shit, like mess things up, bro.
I think it's a test. It's a perfect test. She should go in there and steamroll Holly Holm. But Holly Holm is tough as fuck, and no one really steamroll Holly Holm except for Amanda Nunes, who knocked her out.
So with a head kick, by the way. Folks, if you are tired of seeing Holly Holm get main events, you want to know the reason why? This guy right here. Alex B. Heenan is the one giving Holly Holm main events constantly. Every single time she made events, people were like, fuck, again? Like, we're done. Stop it. And no, keep doing it. Good one. Kevin Nicholson. She's still in the UFC, but we got to see Tatiana Suarez back soon. Horrible knee injury. And she keeps getting setbacks. Like, she's not booked right now, is she?
No.
Dude, she keeps getting setback after setback. That just sucks. And she was a scary chick when she was healthy.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, honestly, she was, I think, I forgot the last fight I saw her fighting, but she was really good. And I'm sitting there going, like, I can't wait to see her fight again. And if you can get fans to say that about you, like, you got something. And just, blasting her knee the way she did, man, that blows. So, is what it is. All right. What do you, what was it? Oh, shit here. I lost my screen. That's great. All right. What do you think about the booing at 286 when they booed out Pitbull and he was like, F you to the crowd?
It's whack. It's fucking whack. I don't know. He wrestle fucked Borks, but I mean, yeah, it's whack. That's just super whack to me.
It is, and honestly, it's like I hate when people do that to anybody. But my favorite response wasn't even Pitbull. Was Aljo, his teammate, Real Estate.
Ally Quinta.
Ally Quinta's my favorite. I don't even know what he said. I just remember the attitude when he said it with. I was like, goddamn right, Al, tell him. Like, you boo me? Like, come on.
Yeah.
That shit was great. All right. And Dana's juicing too. Have you seen Dana? This dude, first of all, He did a blood test. We went to I forget the name of the doctor. I started looking him up because I'm curious now. But he's expensive as shit, by the way. So if you got the money, go check that out. Otherwise, stay with the poor people like us. So yeah, all right. So what do you think of that? Like, he goes in, he gets his DNA testing, and they go, like, dude, you're gonna die in 10 years if you keep doing this. It's like, can you handle that news, bro? That's wild.
Yeah, that is wild. Well, I'm good that he found out. You know, I'm very happy that he found out, and that no more.
10 years, dude lost like 30 pounds. He looks great.
Yeah,
like he looks really good. I'm like he's wearing like the same shirts he always wears. They're all loose and shit. I'm like, damn boy. Yeah. Rogan got you on the Mexican supplements now. Fuck.
Yeah, he's fucking yoked.
That's crazy. All right. Well, like I said, we're gonna have a kind of a light, short show because there's not a lot to talk about here. So let's just very quickly look ahead to future cards here. Next UFC card we get is Alexa Grasso against Araujo. That's October 15th at the Apex, I believe. Then we get the monster that's UFC 280. I'm assuming you're not flying to Abu Dhabi.
No, I will not be doing that.
Gotcha. All right. So obviously, I'm gonna just pull it up very quickly because honestly, you know, MMA gods be with us on this one. But Charles Oliveira is a Makachev, Aljamain Sterling against TJ Dillashaw, Peter Yan against Sean O'Malley, Benil Dariush against Gamrot, which I think is a great spot for them in the main card. And then Chikega and Fiorot. What do you like? I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not gonna say that what I want to say because I don't want to do that. But look at who do you know who's gonna be at the table for that one or in the commentary?
If I were to guess, it'd probably be maybe John Gooden, Paul Felder, and like Dom Cruz, maybe, or it could be Anik, maybe Anik, DC, and Felder.
So this is why I ask. Look at the names: Mahmoud Muradov against Kyle Bahalo, Volkan Ozdemir versus Nikita Krylov, Zubaida Tukugov. Look at the names, bro.
Yeah,
look at what is this? What is this? Abubakar Nurmagomedov against Gadzio. What do you do with that, bro? I would have you know why Rogan doesn't do foreign cards anymore. This is why.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's wild stuff. It makes me laugh, dude. So, John Anik, best of luck, my guy. Or Gooden, best of luck, my guy. We're praying for you. All right. Oh, we got a question for you here. Very easy and light. Has Alex been to Abu Dhabi?
No, I was gonna go last year, but then I decided not to because I'm just that's a long flight, bro.
Did Gabriel ever tell you about? Remember the first time they did it in Fight Island? And they actually flew media out on their charter. Yeah. Alex or Gabriel ever tell you about having to fight for a seat?
No.
Oh, dude, that was hilarious. Hopefully these guys out coach because they're not going to give everyone first class or anything. But yeah, forget that. Bruce. Oh, the time for UFC 286 for North America. Who wants to watch a main event at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon?
Dog. Yeah, my shit it starts at 7 a.m. for me.
Yeah. Now we're in the same time zone, so yeah, I'm all for it, dude. I love breakfast cards. You know why? Because once the card's over, I got the rest of my Saturday to go do shit, and I like doing that.
Yeah.
So, all right, you good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm getting my ass whooped by allergies right now, so it's fun times. There you go. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, super light show. Not a lot going on in the MMA world right now. I'm sure we'll get plenty of news this week. Nothing on Saturday, in fact. I think there's no Bellator, there's no UFC.
There is Alistair Overeem versus Badahari 3.
There's that, which I'm gonna watch, and then that's kind of it. So yeah. Football heads, really quick. Pickett's your quarterback. What do you think?
I'm happy they made the switch, but I'm scared because our offensive line is fucking garbage, and so Pickett might get hurt. So I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, that freaking Twitter football chat you added me to is like the most fun I've had this whole weekend. I'm like, holy you put me in there with Dre. Me and Dre have been going back and forth for years. All right. We talk shit all the time. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. So all right, folks. Yeah, now we're just talking shit. So appreciate you guys tonight. I mean, enjoy your night. Shout out to Bruce, Tank, SJ, Kevin Nichols at the PT. Everyone tune in. We love the hell out of you guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, all that stuff. Follow Alex. Why do I not have this stuff ready? I'm telling you, man, I'm breaking the fourth wall and everything. Oh, I don't have any banners. Okay. Alex B. Heenan. You'll see it. Just type in Alex B. Heenan when you just first check mark you see, get him. I'm at Elo32 on Twitter and at Cageside Press for everything Cageside Press. All right. Make sure you guys hit up CagesidePress.com for all your MMA content. We'll catch you guys on the next one. For myself, for Alex, Gabriel, the entire team. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. Catch you guys on the next one. Have a good night.